Every journey has a beginning, every tide has a turning point, and somewhere beyond the horizon, every ocean carries its final The sea was strangely peaceful, the wind had almost disappeared. The sky was painted amber as the evening slowly neared. No storms crossed the horizon, no thunder filled the air, only a quiet stillness unlike anything I'd heard. The sirens gathered silently upon the distant reefs, watching the endless waters move with unusual ease. Even the currents seemed reluctant to continue on their way, as though the ocean understood something was about to change. The tide slowed to a whisper, the horizon glowed with light, and the sea itself seemed listening to the coming of the night. The last wave rolling through the sea, carrying every story across eternity. The last wave moving through the night, taking all the memories beyond the fading light. When the water meets forever and the stars begin to fade, everything becomes a whisper upon the last wave. Far beneath the silent surface, the coral kingdom shone brighter than I'd ever seen them, as though they somehow knew. The drowned palace lit its towers, the forgotten reef glowed gold, and voices filled the corridors of stories once untold. Shipwrecks rose from ocean valleys, ghosts like in the sapphire blue, not as relics of destruction, but as reminders passing through. Every sailor who had vanished, every dream lost in the foam, seemed gathered by the ocean for this final journey home. The sea was not mourning endings, the sea was not afraid. It was honoring every chapter that the centuries had made. The last wave rolling through the sea, carrying every story across eternity. The last wave moving through the night, taking all the memories beyond the fading light. When the water meets forever and the stars begin to fade, everything becomes a whisper upon the last wave. At the heart of the ocean kingdom, the ancient sirens raised their song, a melody that carried echoes of every age gone by. Their voices crossed the waters like constellations in the dark, connecting every hidden kingdom through a single shining spark. The ocean queen stood watching from her throne of coral white, her crown reflecting centuries beneath the moonlit light. She spoke of tides and seasons, of beginnings and goodbyes, and how every ending journeys toward another sunrise. Nothing truly disappears, nothing simply fades away. It becomes another current carried by the waves. The last wave rolling through the sea, carrying every story across eternity. Hey, the last wave moving through the night, taking all the memories beyond the fading light. When the water One last song,
one last journey,
moving on.
one last dream,
One last life,
one last sail into the night.
one last memory, one last shore. Then the sea becomes
Much more.
the last wave rolling through the sea, carrying every story across eternity. The last wave moving through the night, taking all the memories beyond the fading light. When the water meets forever and the stars begin to fade, everything becomes a whisper upon the last wave. The sea remains behind me, the horizon glows ahead, and somewhere in the distance, the final wave is spread. Not an ending, not goodbye, just another tide to brave, forever moving onward. The last wave.